You want to know the cool thing about volunteering to help out at the state tournament? You get floor access so you can watch the game up close and personal. Lingle-Ft Laramie versus Cokeville for the 1A state championship. First game, Lingle-Ft Laramie on the far side wearing the navy blue. 3 defenders tried to get in the face of Kayla Meyer, and she went over all 3. She is 6 feet tall, and that helped. Her team is up 9-8. This is a rematch of last year's title game, one that Cokeville swept, and they knew this time around was going to be a lot more difficult. Elizabeth Dayton decided to be a little quicker on the kill, and that would put the defending champs on top by a score of 10-9. The first game was quite a slugfest, not literally, but competitively. Gabrielle Wallert will make her contribution for last year's state runner-ups, and she would help tie the score at 10-10. Sometimes you had to make the other team commit the mistake. That was what Kayla Moyse had in mind, and that ball is deflected out of bounds. The Lady Panthers would reclaim the advantage, up 12-10. Everyone was contributing for the Lady Doggers. Actually, the opposition set this play up, and Shaylee Rickard will knock it down. Thank you very much. She will take it, and her team trails by 1. It's 12-11. Skipping ahead some, Moyse was just waiting like a patient Lady Panther preparing to pounce, and she did. It was close, but Cokeville would prevail in game 1, winning 25-23. Into the second game, Lingle-Ft Laramie on the left and turning the opposition's defensive plan against them. Kaylee Greenwald has her kill rejected, but the ball goes out and she would leave it alone. That got the point to put her team ahead 16-14. But sometimes the defensive plan for the Lady Panthers worked. Carol Tonga, Katea Kallstrom, and Dayton form a 3-person wall that was hard to get through. The lead would change hands. Now it's 21-20. The Lady Doggers did have the height advantage in this game. Greenwald checks in at 5'9", and that's pretty good. Every inch mattered, and this contest is deadlocked at 24. The one thing the opposition had going for them was probably the speed factor. Moyse with a light push, and the defense was a little slow to react. Cokeville is up 25-24, but you got to win by 2, so they had to keep playing. Lingle-Ft Laramie had to have this one because they did not want to be in an 0-2 hole like last year. Meyer will sky high and gets the drop on the other side. That helped, and things are knotted up again at 26-all. What they needed was for the defense to show up, and it picked the right time to arrive. As Wallert and Brittany Anderson raise the roof and deny access, that would give the Lady Doggers the win, 29-27, to tie this matchup at 1 game apiece, but things were a long way from being over. In game 3, this one will be short because we were focusing on other games. Cokeville on the far side, and they finally figured out a way to stop Mayer. Kallstrom is actually 5'10", which is pretty close, so she had a chance. Her team leads 19-17. The junior could do more than play defense. She got a few offensive points in here and there. Again, Lingle-Ft Laramie was sometimes a split second too late reacting. The defending champs increased their advantage to 20-17. Actually, that 3-person wall for the Lady Panthers could function independently as well. Tonga with a solo block of her own. That would do it for this one. The score is 25-18, and both teams will change sides for the next game. Now to game 4. This time Lingle-Ft Laramie will get the love. Greenwald decided to change the strategy as she would apply a soft touch, and she got what she wanted. A much needed point to give her team a 14-11 advantage. We changed camera angles and went back to the floor. We have not seen Wallert in a while, but she's still out there, and she will take care of things herself on this play. The Lady Doggers need every point that they can get their hands on to stay alive, and now lead 22-20. The defense was leading the way in this round. Wallert is not going to let anything get past the net. Her team has never won the state title, and now they are 1 game away after winning game 4, 25-21, to tie up the match at 2 and force the 5th and deciding game. And that's where we are now. Lingle-Ft Laramie is on the near side. Greenwald again will just take it easy and fool the opposition. A point for her team, and the score is tied at 2. Cokeville would eventually smarten up and took a page out of their opponent's playbook. Cassidy Harmon will take the high, soft road over the defense, and it worked. Her team would go back up by a score of 5-3. And the Lady Panthers still had an ace up their sleeve, and what do you think I mean by that? Moyse will serve it up, and that ball is not coming back. Now the score is doubled up, showing 6-3. And sometimes they were just flat out sneaky. Tonga would quickly catch the opposition snoozing on this play. Sometimes you gotta change it up. It's an 8-6 game at this point. Cokeville was starting to wear down the opposing defense with their speed and quick kills. Dayton will illustrate, and the Lady Doggers found themselves chasing another one. The end is getting closer now that it's 12-9. We've changed sides on the court because the end is coming. First the block, and then the return try is ruled out of bounds, game and match. The Lady Panthers three-peat as state champs, winning this one in 5 games, 25-23, 27-29, 25-18, 21-25, and 15-9. Cokeville claims their 20th state title trophy and would finish the season with a record of 20-12.